Colby Covington is ducking Ian Gary, which is crazy to say, but it's the truth. And honestly, I'm not surprised. Like, if you thought Colby was actually gonna fight Ian Gary, you were lying to yourself. He avoided multiple fighters from Hamzat, Shavkat, Burns, Leon Edwards before he was the champ, and even Bilal. And he's 2-3 in his last 5 fights. The dude exactly has 0 wins over any ranked contenders. He has lost every consistent title shot that he's been gifted. And now he's ducking the one fight that makes sense for him. And the saddest part is that Colby was talking about Gary for the last 6 months, and now he is completely avoiding him. He's ducking Gary, saying things like that he's not ranked high enough, but he was calling out Wonder Boy, who was ranked below Gary. And man, if I can be honest with you guys, Colby has robbed us of so many good matchups, man. Like, we could have gotten Covington versus Burns in their prime, or Colby versus Vicente Luque, or Colby versus Bilal, Covington versus Shavkat. The list can go on and on, man. And this has been Covington's strategy for years, you know. He normally likes to lay low, only stepping into the octagon like once a year. He's been doing this since like 2020 and still continues to do it to this day. And it's pretty clear he's picking the easy ones to keep his spot in the rankings. And at that time, he's had 3 title shots and lost every single time. And you could argue that Covington was really never that good because he just picks really good stylistic opponents who are really past their prime. I mean, Colby's last 3 wins were against fighters past their primes, like Jorge Masvidal, who hasn't won a fight since that fight. And it's the same story with Tyron Woodley. Robbie did not win, but it wasn't against top tier competition. All those guys aren't really in the mix anymore. Covington doesn't have a single win against the current top 10, which is crazy to say, but it's true. Colby wasted his time, and he's 36 years old, and I don't know, man. I think Colby fucked up. There's no easy other way to say it. Colby dropped the ball, man. He should have taken the matchup against Ian Gary because Ian was probably the easiest fight for him to take stylistically, and probably the only guy he could beat. I say could because I don't fully believe it. It could be pretty 50-50, and it all depends what Colby shows up, because the last performance he had was freaking embarrassing against Leon, man. And it's quite obvious that most of Colby's fans have bailed because they've lost respect for him. It's one thing to play a character to hype up a fight, but it's another to forget to show up as a fighter. I mean, what can I say? He fought scared, he took no chances in what was his last chance for a title, then gets top position for the last minute or so and chooses to throw very small hits. He doesn't even try to finish the fight. Leon was treating it like a sparring match. I mean, the dude was striking with Colby without any sense of danger, and that's why I think he was trying to grapple, because he knew Colby had nothing for him. And look, Colby could have easily got his respect back from the fans if he decided to fight Ian Gary. Ian might be the only top 5 guy that Covington could handle. Covington's relentless wrestling and his high pace could have gave Ian some trouble. But in the same time, Ian's sharp striking with those wicked leg kicks would have been tough for Covington too. And I imagine the trash talk would have been gold. But nope. But instead, Covington wants to chase a super fight with Charles Oliveira or look for an easier matchup with an older Wonder Boy. Covington really took a nosedive, and it's a real bummer. He used to keep us all entertained with his antics, but these days, not so much, you know? Some fighters can lose and still keep their fans as long as they keep on putting good fights. I never really saw Colby as a top athlete or a fighter, but he always had heart and was always hungry at one point, which I totally respect at the time, but after hearing him in his last interview, I'm kind of baffled if he still has fans. And man, does this suck. At one point, I really liked Colby Covington, I ain't gonna lie. The gimmick was fun for a while. I was a huge Covington fan, both in and out of the octagon. However, in his last fight, kind of killed that for me. The excuses, the unnecessary insults, the dreadful performances. After hyping everything up, I think the ship has sailed on Colby's credibility. And you can tell that this is happening because nobody's talking about him anymore. He barely gets a fraction of the views that he used to get, and it's showing now. that he's becoming irrelevant. And I don't know, man, if I was Covington, I would have took the fight with Ian Gary, and I would try to squeeze that in for UFC 303 just to make that card a little bit more stacked, because if we're being realistic, if it's not Ian, he's going to lose to every fighter in the top 5, because Shavkat murders Colby, JDM kills Colby, hell, Bilal would probably knock out Colby. If I was Colby, I would just fight Ian Gary. You get so much in return. If you beat the dude, you will gain respect back from the fans, and you're back in the game, and people will be taking you seriously, you know? But I don't know, man. Covington is in a weird spot. I guess time will tell what's up for him. But I don't know, man. Covington is in a weird spot. I guess time will tell what's up next for him, because at this point, the dude should probably retire if he doesn't get that fight with Ian Gary, or just don't fight in general. I'm tired of this inactiveness. I'm tired of the random ass interviews. I just want to see this dude fight already. And if he's not going to fight, just leave. We do not want to see you here. And I feel like a lot of fans feel the same way. So anyways, what do you guys think about this entire Colby Covington situation? Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like always, guys, I'll see you guys on my next one.